okay. So here we are, La Jolla again, getting ready to launch. It is Monday, August 14th. Nice flatter water again. No, not going to go on any long tuna search today. We're going to hang out more around La Jolla. So see if we can get something around here, at least have some fun. Whew. Birds were all over this place, but really no big signs of bait. I know there's some individual marks here. Like I kind of got him all tangled up. No wonder he stopped. He got himself all wrapped. I got to get us all the time. Something heavier on the sabiki. Could be a rockfish, I don't know. I went down near the bottom at 109 feet, 111 now. Because that's where there was some marks, lost the bait, and then all of a sudden, boom, as soon as it got near the bottom. Yep, little starry rockfish, dang it. Too little, too small to keep. Have to just send them. Oh yeah, big old greenback. Nice. I'm gonna put that guy. Nice greenback. Gonna put him on the line. Hey, there's a new Seaforth coming in. Get closer here. Got a nice big effing greenback. He's probably 12 inches long or so. Fly lining. Bird action was happening, but other than some bait underneath, nothing. I saw one thing on the surface just in that area, but and I never did see it, but I was suspicious that it could have been a sea lion, but I never did see it come up and breathe, so I don't know. And unfortunately this just was the one time on the surface, that was it, where there were some birds. I cast in that area, but no other marks, nothing on the fish finder, nothing again on the surface. Never know. Never did see a sea lion come back up for air afterwards, so not sure what it was at the time. So just kind of making my way back out to the bird area here, which is sighted to a new Seaforth repositioned over here, and right down the current slick, you know, the birds are setting up right where I was already at before, right in the 77, 70 to 85 feet area. There's a whole slick there with a lot of bait marks on there, but I trolled and drifted through there a lot, and nothing happened. Now Seaforth is anchored, so he's going to be chumming, so everything that he chums will eventually make it back down this way again anyway, because this is the way the current's going. So I'm just trying to get out where these birds are wanting to go hang out and sit, because they know where the bait is and stuff, and hope you come to stuff. One guy on the radio claimed he got a 32-pound yellow. So all of a sudden the guy goes, video check La Jolla, and I said, well, I said, well, what the hell, I'll let him know that he's okay here. I'm in La Jolla too. So I go, video check, clear, loud and clear La Jolla, and the guy goes, oh good, we got a 32-pound yellow between the two hotels. Well, there's not hotels, they're condos, but kind of get the general area. But then when I look around this area, I never did see any boat that was that close. All these boats all spread out, so I have no idea. It wasn't necessarily got it right at that moment. But that's what he claimed, and it's very possible. Things definitely look fishy, you know. There's a lot of boats out here today. Spread out everywhere. And lots of bait. Spent a lot of these and much more better marks on that even. But this is good. I just need to see some more individual fish. I've seen some marks of some things that are bigger. Don't know what they were. Nothing has come to. Got a small rockfish, my Big Mac, my 12-incher that I was trolling there. He got nailed by one of these frickin' birds. I thought it was a seal at first, and I went back and go, what the hell is that dog in there next to me? And then when I bring it in and try to hurry up and get it in quick, I realize it's a bird, and the thing's following you. Get it here, and the thing's almost dead. Oh, there's a big jump in here. There's no bird above the cooping, so I don't know, something jumped right there a little bit. But again, other than that cluster bait, there's nothing really individual. I'm going to try to throw the lure here if you. I got a live mac. I got a Spanish mac drifting. So I'm going to try to use it. Have some cast around here too. 70 feet, no water. Alright, so we're on top of all this bait again. But it hasn't really turned into anything. Lost several greenbacks, so they've been killed by, it looked like must have been calicos or something. They had little teeth marks, nothing big, but they were just dead. They weren't chewed up and they weren't taken. That's the weird thing, that they weren't taken. Yeah, here's a new seaport just hanging out near his slick, like a lot of other boats. Not really helping any. We're just over where it used to be a whole bunch of bait already anyway. Let's just see. Just haven't found anything larger individually. I'm not really trying for the calicos, but again, I have several macs that have been hit and had to have been calicos. Weird thing is that they just didn't really take the whole mac and get hooked. So, keep trying. It's a lot of life here, except for yellows. So somebody did say on the radio they had caught a yellow. I don't know. Haven't seen any other action. Yeah, we're just sitting here drifting, trying to see if we get anything. Yeah, just the calicos cruising on here in this area here, and the new seaports right there. We just drifted through about fifth time, gone up to the other side of them and just drifted past them, but it's not helping anything. Like I said, other than some calicos that have come up and killed my macs. Nothing else has happened. I was surprised actually even a calico hasn't actually taken and gotten hooked. Didn't really bother trying another jig or anything while I'm drifting. I'm just, you know, hoping a yellowtail is going to hit it. So, not that I'm trying to get some calicos. I'm just surprised that they've come up and hit my mac and killed it, but not gotten hooked. It's definitely an overcast day. So. No, just, this is weird. On this side, see, there's some of the stuff, there's got to be like individual fish, but nothing's come up yet. See the way it moves, different look, altitude and everything is definitely like something, one or two fish there, but individual, nothing's. Of course, there's tons of bait, but still. The mackerel I have on my line should be sticking out because they shouldn't be swimming quite as freely. It's just weird how we're not getting these yellows. This used to be like, boom, you'd find this shit. You'd find these kind of marks and there was no problem like hooking up. You got a yellow, you knew you were going to. This is odd. This is the oddest year in 10.5 years that I've been fishing La Jolla in kayaks. Weird. I know they go in cycles. Gabe even mentioned, and Gabe's been fishing a heck of a lot longer. But yeah, nobody's got it written down that here's the cycles. I'm sure there were years where the years were not good, and then all of a sudden good years are really good, and then what's used to be average, it used to be really, really good. That's the big thing. That's what I guess gave it its name, reputation, all that. But that's the boats, and hoping the same thing. Where the hell are those yellowtail?
Scalping your prop?
There's some getting caught, so some are being caught, but they're just in there somewhere. Right place, right time. That's the name of the game anymore. Okay, so we're back over by the point, almost even with the landing. Just trying some different areas, just pick up the down currents, going really strong going down that way. I was pretty close almost to the other reserve on the south, but it's so far south of all the other boats. There's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boats, 7 boats, and everybody's drifted by now, either gone to or drifted by the south border, but nothing was happening. Same thing, and there was starting to be less marks of bait or anything in most pockets, so decided to just hit back up here. But yeah, it's almost noon already. Can't believe it. One kayaker out of here left. Everybody else looks like they're done in. I don't see any other kayaks left. Back all the boats again. The only boats left are farther down there. They're probably just again drifting the same thing and then getting ready to hit on in. I've seen quite a few other boats already leave, but those are still down that way, but probably just drifting, and then soon we'll be hitting in, because it's just gotten washing machine like between us and where those boats are. I just came through there. It was kind of nasty in some places. It was just still good enough that I could go almost full flat out, not quite, but it's amazing, as long as you don't get too big a rollers from the side, you're okay. So it's amazing how the solo can do. Yeah, things coming up, but you can't tell sometimes if that's his kelp or something coming up and checking it out back down again, because it's back down this way. So sometimes you actually see the mark going up and then back down again. So whatever it is, there are things checking up, and I don't have a weight on him. He's just fly lining, so wherever depth he wants to. It's funny, I don't think it was this Mac. I think it was maybe another one before it, but there was I was going like, whoa, why is the line underneath? And then what happened was he was fly lining out that way, but the line somehow was at some point coming back, and I couldn't tell, and it was looking like under my solo. I bring it in, when I finally get to it, it was the leader that was down. So he had swum back here and he was hiding underneath the solo, and a big seal came back. Yeah, but he was already been here. But it was funny, he was hiding under the solo, probably 4 or 5 feet underneath my solo, and here's this big sea lion looking for him coming. Hit it and made a turn and left, didn't get it. So, but it was just kind of weird that all of a sudden they had seek shelter right under the solo skiff. Yeah, I've lost like 3 mackerel to calicos and or birds. The big one, I don't know. I know I saw a bird try to get it several times, but and I didn't see that many marks. I saw some marks on him, but I couldn't figure out what could have been the one that killed him, because he was just almost totally dead. But weird. And then all the other ones, they had some marks on the calicos, but from calicos. But again, it was very odd not to have a calico actually get hooked trying to get one of those macks. Just killed the mac. Maybe they weren't very big enough calicos. I don't know. But just kind of. But that's what was hanging around on those. Oh, sea lions. Luckily, some of these are smaller enough, and they're not the ones that have figured out how to get your mac yet. The big one that went by and almost got my mackerel earlier, that was a big sea lion. That was definitely one that was several years old. He was much larger. These guys were pups. There's your marks that they're stuck, structure and or bait underneath, but nothing in the individual mark of individual fish figure. Nothing. Very odd. Rockfish, mackerel, that's it, but nothing else. That one, so again on the radio, somebody said they caught one. They did not notice anybody else hooking up anything, including all the boats that were out here. And there were a bunch of boats all around when the seaport was out here. There were a whole lot of other boats in the area. Never did see anybody hook up anything big. All right, so it's 20 till 1. Hasn't gotten much better. It's still kind of washing machine-like here. Point, but trolling around here in kind of big circles, covering shallow area. 59 feet now. Again, all it keeps doing is see the same kind of things with marks underneath, some bait scattered around other places, sometimes bigger bait, but nothing. Other than a bunch of calicos have been attacking my macs, killed several of them or damaged them to the point where I had to switch them out. But I'm surprised that none of them even gotten hooked up. They haven't really committed to taking one whole and get hooked. That's odd too. Interested in getting calicos. It's just that it's kind of weird when they attack and they kill your macs. A bunch of that. I used to catch them all the time. You know, it's no big deal to release them. But, God, it's just odd. It's so odd. There was all the marks around here. You'll see what the seaport had this morning, but they were anchored. They had come in shallow over here right ahead, but you know, the reserve line. And they served for a while, then came out. They were in the area where I was already at. So then I kind of kept going up and starting to drift above them, up current, so that I would pass by them and go through their slick. It didn't do any good. Their chumming slick didn't help anything at all, improve anything. There was already quite a bit of bait anyway in the water, but yeah, nothing other than again the calicos come up. No different than now. There was just a bunch more bait in that area, but it's never turned into anything better. So rockfish this morning, big mac that either the bird or calicos got. You know, the bird got it the last time, although I couldn't see that big of a heavy of a mark, but he was just about all gone. So weird. So yeah, there's getting more areas where there's more stuff in the bottom, but it just doesn't turn into nothing. Yeah, it used to come up here and get all sorts of different things. You know, you released all the stuff you didn't want. But there used to be a lot of fish being caught. Now it's pretty sad. There's a boat still anchored here. There's one over here. Let's see. There's several more out here. So there was still like 7 boats out here, 7 to 8 boats out here. All the kayaks I've got in, there was some tandem kayak that was out here just a few minutes ago, but he came out late, went out there, and then they turned around and hit it back in. Like I guess maybe they just decided, hey, it's too washing machine like. But yeah, they've got in. I said, I haven't seen anything. There was this one guy in a red one. He went out much farther, deeper over there. I haven't seen him come back. I don't know. He's probably trying for rockfish or something. But he's the only one that I know. There's a kind of guy that the other one, like I said, looked like he hit it in. There's a buoy there. It's been there for a long time. It's all crusted. I haven't even seen him. I haven't seen a lobster boat or any boat, you know, in a long time. I wonder if that's just a trap somebody forgot. What the deal is. There's a couple of buoys in different areas there, but I know those are like long lines. Somebody else is this. Like this specific one, I have no idea. Because I haven't seen any lobster boats, crab boats or anything in a while. See, look at the marks here. Now that should be something in here. Turning into nada. Just cruising by. Yeah, there's that. 49 feet of water. Good, nothing in all that. So there should be an individual fish here. Haven't seen anything. Just so I started hitting in soon. Another day spent in La Jolla, but it's just God. It's not the old, not like the old days.